Well, Craig, Easter weekend means the games come thick and fast. Grimsby first and then Lincoln. How are you looking forward to it?
It's going to be tough. Two tough games. Smallish squad, so it might be a case where I have to shuffle my pack. It's not ideal, but because of the body we've got and the numbers we've got, we're just going to have to put out. I'm going to have to try and adjust it to where we can put out two competitive teams and hopefully get something out of both the games.
You say it's not ideal. I mean, bearing in mind you had 4 subs last weekend, how are you going to shuffle it?
I think I'll only have 3 this weekend. If I'm honest, we've lost Paul Arneson for a longer period of time. Ryan Bowman's struggling. Chris Taylor's struggling. We had 5 trained today. 5's going to be trained today, Thursday. So again, we haven't to nurse people through, and obviously when you're playing Saturday and Monday it's not ideal, but we've got to keep our fingers crossed that we don't pick up another couple of injuries on Saturday, or we are really going to be in trouble.
Bearing in mind there's just a month of the season left, is Paul Arneson likely to play any more part in it?
He had a scan on Monday, and I would doubt he'll play again this season, I think. So no, he's going to be a big miss because he's one of the experienced boys, but it's obviously he's played a lot of games and he won't mind me saying he's getting on a bit. And obviously playing the amount of games has took his toll on his body. So if we get him back for the last game or two, great. But I'm probably planning without him, if I'm honest.
The last weekend just gone, creditable point against Telford. Does it sort of sum up the way things have gone that you get a good point and the gap opens?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously went there to win the game, and if you take out the errors, we should have really won the game, and we didn't. But it's an away point, and then when you come off and you look at the results, and then you look at the results again on Tuesday night, and you just think, is this meant to be? Because for whatever we've done, we've had a horrendous run, which everybody's fully aware of. Nobody more than me, but nothing seems to have gone in our favour. Every other team at the bottom seems to be having a run, which we can't seem to get. So it's looking inevitable what's going to happen, but until it's mathematically certain, we'll keep doing all we can.
And will you you and the players take professional pride in delaying that inevitable for as long as possible? Yeah,
we've got to, because for me now, what my message to the boys will be there, because the gap's so big now, it is that they're playing for their own pride and their own futures. Whether the futures at Darlington Football Club or elsewhere, that's obviously up to them to decide, and they've got to go out and earn a contract either here or at another club, because I'm pretty sure they'll all want to be professional footballers come July when the season starts again. So yeah, they've got a lot to play for, the boys, and my standards certainly won't drop. I'll be demanding everything from them, and to a man, to date, they have given me everything they've got, and that's all I can ever ask from them.
So Grimsby, first of all, this weekend, another team chasing the playoffs. You played a few of them lately.
Yeah, the games don't seem to get any easier. Grimsby will be a tough game. Obviously Ian Miller's coming back to the club. I'm sure he'll get a fantastic reception. I think everybody understands why he left the football club. Big physical, strong side. That's the first thing we have to match. It'll be a good test for the 2 youngsters as well at centre half, because they're playing against 2 physical, big strikers who look to cause them problems. So there's tests all over the pitch for everybody. So it won't be easy, but we're at home. We've got to go and try and win the game for obvious reasons, and I'm sure the boys will give everything they've got.
And you talked about Paul Arneson. You also mentioned a couple of other players who are struggling at the moment. Are they struggles they're likely to win, do you think, or do you just not know?
Nobody will train. Chris Taylor won't train until Friday morning. If he does train Friday, might just have to wait till Saturday. Ryan Bowman will probably train Friday, so hopefully them 2 will be fit. So it'll just be a case of sort of Friday morning or sort of Friday afternoon when I'll have a better idea who's available and who's not.
And Easter weekend, as we said, it pretty much signals the end of the season, doesn't it? The final sprint for the line. How are you and the players feeling about the fact you are coming to the end of this struggle, as it has been for you ever since this year started?
Yeah, I think I've just been looking back, lying in bed this morning. I was thinking about what a horrendous few months it's been. Obviously I got wind of obviously the problem started in November when the players didn't get paid. obviously I got an early indication that we were going into administration, so I've had a lot, you know, going through my head and resting on my shoulders for a long time now. So since December, you know, the season has been absolutely horrific. Couldn't be any worse. I don't think I'll ever experience anything like this in my life again. I've said I won't give up the fight, but if I'm being brutally honest, you know, I can't wait for the season to end. I can't wait for April the 20th to come round, because, you know, it looks inevitable what's going to happen, and when it does happen, you know, it'll be a sad day for everybody involved. That's not saying we've given up, but it is just been one horrendous long slog for the last few months.
Cheers. Thank you.